Guy in Chicago, and I'm kind of pissed off a lot, but I wear a lot of hats. I'm the founding director of WDP Theater, and we do a lot of Dada and avant-garde weird shit, and I knew that wasn't the stories to tell, because it was Angry White Guy, and I'm also the events coordinator for Chicago Public Radio, and those aren't...
Oh, yeah!
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, it changed my life.
Me too, because I got health insurance. That was the best gig ever.
Drink out of a glass!
But he's not really that angry, but his wife is. She's really an angry woman. But I basically, they said I had 30 minutes. I'm like, Jesus Christ, 30 minutes of me is, you know, stick something in your fucking eye. But I basically searched my blog and I thought, well, the political rants aren't really stories. And I, you know, if you really want to hear me rant on about, you name it, fucking World Bank, you know, all of it, we'll go in a corner and I'll bitch. But the two kinds of stories that I put in Angry White Guy, I'm a terrible playwright, but I like to write a lot of essays and stuff on the blogs. So I'm going to give you a choice of the order. I have a thoughtful piece, and I have an offensive piece. I'm going to do both. Which do you want to hear first?
Offensive!
We'll do offensive first. I don't need the microphone for that one anyway. I have a problem. I don't really have it anymore, but I used to have it. It's pretty significant, but I don't feel bad about it because it's a problem that I know just about everybody in this room has had. You've heard the adage, they say when you get on stage, you know, so you avoid nervousness, you picture everybody in their underwear, because that way it kind of brings everybody to the same level. I don't do that. My problem is that from the ages of 13 till about 32, I shit my pants in public 13 times. And it's not like I was incontinent. It wasn't like, you know, like, oh, my bowels, oops. So I'll give you a couple of illustrations of what I'm talking about. When I was 13 years old, the first time it happened to me, I was fixated. In 8th grade, I was fixated on white painter's pants. I think I had fucking 5 pairs of white painter's pants. And I wore them all the time because they were hip. Not really, but they were hip to me.
Yeah.
And I can't remember this in the 80s. And, yeah, 80s. One day my mom and I were going to go to the mall, which is Town East Square. Sbarro, Orange Julius, a lot of bullshit, you know. The mall! It's in Wichita, Kansas. It's fucking A, it's the mall. And we're going to go, we're going to do some shopping. I'm going to go into the video arcade. I'm fucking, this is going to be a great day. It's a great day. We live down in the country, so this is a great day. And I don't know how many of you know the power of apple juice. But I was very excited, I was very thirsty, and I think I must have had 8 glasses of apple juice before we left for the mall. And so we go to the mall, and we're walking, we're looking at stuff, I'm feeling, you know, all right. I'm in my element, and I feel a fart come on. And I'm thinking, we're walking, we're in the mall. I'm going to blow some bait and keep walking. Nobody's going to know it was me. I don't lose my cool. And so, just walking with Mom, I just let one rip. But it doesn't make any noise. And there's some groceries in there with that gas. And it is a wet motherfucking fart. And I'm like, wow. Okay, I'm going to keep walking, but that's not cool. And I go and I look in to this Spencer's Gifts, and I'm standing there, and my mother walks up to me, and she goes, Donald! Donald! What? You shit your pants. What? You know, I'm 13, I'm in the mall! There are babes! And what are you talking? She goes, there's a great big shit stain on the back of the white pants. So I'm mortified. I don't know what I'm going to do. She says, my mom's very quick on her feet. She says, walk to the jeans waist. Don't turn around. And my mom walks behind me, close, so that no one will see the giant brown stain on my face. And we go into the Jeans West, and she says, "Get in the dressing room. Take your pants off. Get rid of the underwear." So I go in and I take off my pants, and sure enough, and I pull off my underwear, and they're not any better, and I kind of wipe with one of the legs. I'm mortified. 13, man. This is the end of the fucking world. And suddenly a pair of jeans flies over the door. And I hear through the door, "Put them on!" So I put the jeans on, and I opened the door a crack, and I said, "What am I supposed to do?" And she said, "Leave them!" And so I walk out, we paid for the jeans I'm wearing now, and we go straight home. She's totally mortified, and I know that every time I tell this story, there is a woman who's telling a story about the time she was working at Jeans West and just found a shitty pants. And that was my first experience of public shitting. We're going to jump to the last time, and then we'll get to what I call the pièce de résistance of shitting in my pants in public. I was in a group called Comedy Sports. Everybody familiar with Comedy Sports?
Yeah.
I was in a group from 93 to 98. It's improv comedy, and we wore polyester baseball pants and, and did shticky horse shit, and it made everybody laugh, and it was great. They paid me. And I did it for about 5 years, and we were at the Improv, which is no longer there. I think it's a restaurant now over on Wells. And it was this huge, like 300 seats of just cocktail tables and bars, and it was all about, minimum drink. It wasn't about come for the comedy, it was about come for the minimum drink. Get laid with a stranger and laugh. And it's big fanned out seats, giant fucking, and this long aisle. And we did a game. I was the captain of the red team. And before the show, I had a cheeseburger and a cup of coffee. And we're getting ready to do the show, and as the captain, I get to choose what games we're going to play. And so the first game we're going to play is Countdown. A countdown is played, you do about a minute-long scene, and then you do the same scene in 30 seconds, and then the same scene in 15 seconds, and then in 7 seconds. So you can imagine it just gets faster and more retarded as you go. And we do Countdown, and the scene is Phil's friend of mine. He's this gorilla on the stage, and so I run around the fucking audience to come up during the center aisle. Huh? All right, we're going to do our scene. I don't remember what the scene's about because I shit my pants. But I run up the middle aisle, we're doing a scene. Oh, it's hysterical! Wow, we're cracking up. Do it in 30 seconds. Well, now I realize, aside from because I don't know at the time I'm going to shit my pants, but what I know is, fuck man, I'm overweight and I smoke and I got to run around this fucking audience like 5 more times. This sucks. So I run around the audience, boom, do my thing. Oh, 15 seconds. I run around the audience and I'm dying. I am huffing and puffing. I think I'm going to die. By the time we get to the 7-second thing, as I'm running up that audience as fast as I can, it just lets loose and I just shit in my pants. I'm wearing polyester baseball pants. And I know it. Mid-swamp. Hey, we're doing the same time, okay. And I go like this. I don't quite sit down, I kind of lean out. And I'm like, oh, Christ, I can't do a 90-minute show with crap in my pants. I really can't. And I can't go, excuse me, can we stop the show so I can wipe myself? What am I going to do? And so, we do the next scene, they do a game. Now it's our turn for a game, so we do changing emotions, so I don't have to go on stage and I can call the emotions with the crap in my pants. And so, I'm desperately hoping we're good enough that we get to do the 5 things round. The 5 things is like a big charades game, but one player gets sent out of the room while they get about 5 minutes of suggestions. I'm going to be that guy. Please God, audience level thing. I get sent out of the room. I'm like, so I go down and I throw, and sure enough, man, and it's like